We define innovation not by invention, but actually what delivers and can provide a return, specifically a commercial value for that organization or firm that has brought that idea to market.
Something that a culture of innovation evolves from something deeper. Your workforce needs to be engaged, and it needs to be proactive. And if it is engaged and proactive in the execution of its day-to-day activities, innovation will just flow from that. It's not like some kind of magic dust that you spread on people. And again, the reason it's important is because the speed at which change is hitting the business world is so dramatic that you need to be able to adapt quickly, and innovation is the key driver for that.
I'm a culture person, but I find people in technology telling me all the time that culture eats strategy. Culture is the most important thing. It's fundamental to how everyone in the organization behaves. So if you want people to innovate, you have to have a culture that tells them they should innovate.
Everybody talks about innovation, but even the most innovative companies really need to know more about what's going on and how the changes are coming on. And I think CIMS is trying to be on the vanguard of that.
Our studies are all applied. They're not just theory-based, and at the end of a research project, whether it be a literature search or a full-blown project, our members and those who help fund the research are able to take the findings and apply them within their organization.
Center for Innovation Management, CIMS as we call it, is cutting edge. It's very unique. There is no organization or function like it anywhere in the country. The problem is convincing the innovators, the companies that think they're the great innovators, that they truly need support and they need help.
The thing about CIMS is that the collection of their intellect and, as I said, the tools and the like, but in addition to that, the fact that they have a number of industry and academic fellows, I think that is a great value proposition which serves the industry interests quite a bit.
They're in a position to provide tools and know-how for both their member companies as well as others whom they'd like to have participate in this program.
The CIMS model to assess your innovation capability is a wonderful model. It fits right in with our culture, where we look at early initiative or early capabilities that are kind of ad hoc, and then they move into more of a systemic state, a systemic capability. And so the CIMS model basically identifies key systems and evaluates them for their stage of maturity.
As in most R&D organizations today, there's much more emphasis on open innovation. And that comes in the form of technology scouting, technology entrepreneurship, and technology information mining.
Many times companies collect massive amounts of data, but they don't use that data to the best of their abilities. That is, they let it sit there and gather dust, for lack of a better term. Well, the idea behind data is to turn it into knowledge, and we have to have better tools in order to do that. Basically, how do we ask intelligent questions? How can we go into data banks and look and see where we can derive value from them?
With the advent of the internet and the rich data sources that are out there, what's happened in the context of technology commercialization now is that information is so much more readily available that you know, there's just a lot more out there in terms of doing due diligence, in terms of doing market assessment, in terms of having access to information to identify the pathways for commercialization.
So at CIMS, we're working closely with IBM. CIMS is working on the ideas of how do I develop a business process, how do I ask the intelligent question, and IBM is looking at the technology that enables us to do that. So the partnership works really well. If you look at it as process combined with technology to increase output, and again, going back to changing data into knowledge, it's a great partnership.
So what we call in the tech program, technology, product, market, platforms, those linkages. Essentially what you're doing in the context of technology commercialization is having a technology platform, identifying product concepts, and identifying the markets to which you would be able to go and sell those.
The value of CIMS is basically in the methodologies, the tools which they have developed to manage innovation. over the years, all these tools are available to the industry. And I have publicly said that CIMS is a crown jewel of the College of Management and therefore of the NCSU.